All right, I'm about to go live with this handheld. I kind of fibbed in the my shorts video. I made this handheld. It's a Tiger Electronics. I believe it was a football game. So we're just gonna take a look at it. Sorry, I took a sip of my drink. I'm just gonna take a look at it right now. Oh, maybe I could put my microphone up here, possibly. Maybe. I don't know. All right, here we go. So this is the handheld that I made. And you can see this is a how do I say that? Yeah, this happens a lot to me. My memory fogs up and words slip my mind. Oh, the water decal. So I printed this out on a laser printer, and that gets like soaked in water, and then I cut it out. Of course, I didn't cut out the middle part because I didn't know where it was going to line up to. Once it gets all wet, it's like a model. Excuse me. It's like if you ever done like model cars or anything like that, those water decals. So I custom printed this. Well, I made this all by myself. I had it off center because that's how the Tiger Electronics logo was. I thought that was interesting to me, and I like how the other logo was like the Tiger Electronics. Well, the football. This was a football case. I didn't have the back to it, so I 3D printed a back for this, and I just like glued it in place. It's not coming undone. We'll take it apart in a little bit. I just want to showcase what I've done. So the label, the whole outside was all like cut out, and then water decal. And then after that, I took a razor blade and sliced out where the plastic meets. The oh, the directional pad and the A and B button, it it was tricky, but not as tricky as the start select. Um, don't mind this logo. I had better ideas to make it into a volume button, but I never could figure it out with the programming. So I just made it a hotkey. So after that, so that's just the hotkey. We got start select. We got God, I believe that's A and B. I forget. It's been a while. I made so many of these things, but this is like my hobby. Like I make these for fun. What's inside of here is a Raspberry Pi with a couple of online parts that you could buy from anywhere, really, and a big ass screen. This screen is taking up most of this case, and I programmed it so you could only see a small section of it. So that's all lit up. It's like it's a waste of energy. This is not good on batteries. Like it's really terrible on batteries. Um but yeah, let's turn it on. I'm not sure if like I charged it a little bit before for the video. Well, for the shorts video. I'm not sure if this will be okay. But as you can see, it's Raspberry Pi. And it's gonna load up into the boot screen. I have a extremely terrible SD card in there because this is just like a one-off thing. I wanted to see if I can make it. Oh yeah, the speaker's over here. There's that tiny little charging port. But yeah, it's one of those projects where I just want to see if I could, and yeah, I can, but should I have? Is the question. So it should be booting up any second now. Probably couldn't hear that. That microphone wasn't down there. Yeah, runs on emulation station. And I actually put a couple of Pokemon games in here. I got Game Boy, Game Boy Color. My favorite thing to play on this was pinball. So check that out really quick. It takes a little bit to load. But once it's on there, I was making a cigarette. Let me give you a minute. Let me bring my microphone down. All right. So, on the microphone. Do you hear that? Oop. I don't know if you can hear that. Can you still hear me? Okay, whatever. Like I said, this was the favorite thing I used to play on here. Let's push start. Oh wait, no. Dude. Gotta go with the blue. And it's just Pokemon. It's Pokemon Pinball. This game, it really cured a lot of boredom when I was a child. So I have a lot of nostalgia for it. And after that, you just push. Oops. Oh, I guess that's the battery. Yeah, she's not turning back on anymore. So what I have is, I'll show you right now. It is just a regular 5-volt 2000 milliamp. I mean, that gets the job done. It should only be like 1500. So this gets a little warm when it's charging. Other than that, it's kind of safe. Just don't plug it in a lot. Well, I should tell you to myself, don't plug it in a lot. But it has the same charging port that I needed for. Ooh, also, you could use any of the Pelican or any of the off-brand. You could even use the Game Boy's AC adapter with this. So it's pretty neat. I'll try to show you on camera how tiny this plug is. Plug that in. Now this thing is tricky to put back together, but I'm going to show you the total mess that I have inside of here. It is insane. I am not the most savvy with the how do I put this? Wire placement. So bear with me. So we got our trusty screwdriver. I'm going to show you the inside of this. Yeah, the reason I made this is because I I was gonna sell this case on eBay because it was all gross and corroded. And then when I looked at the case, I'm like, what could I make with it? Like, do I have to sell this for like $2, or can I make something that I'll keep on a shelf forever? And I decided, let's make something that I could keep on the shelf forever. It was about, I want to say, a 3-month project, because I took a lot of breaks in between, and the programming and all. I can't get that screw out. Almost got that out. Excuse me. What was I saying? Oh yeah. It was just like one of those projects where I wanted to see if I can, and I didn't stop to think if I should. Yeah, I spent way too long on the decal of everything. This little switch right here. I didn't want it to be a switch. I wanted it to be a push button. But I was so over the project that I was like, you know what? Let's just make it a switch. Make it super easy. I'm gonna about to show you how awful my soldering. Well, my soldering's not great. It's not bad either, but here she is. Uh-oh. Battery is loose. There she is. Let me see if I can pick this up to show you. And I said how big that screen is. This whole blue thing right here, that is the LCD screen motherboard. And I don't know if you can see right here. Let me see if I could put a camera on my. That might help. So my soldering down there, not the greatest. There's the Raspberry Pi. Let me turn that down a notch. There's the Raspberry Pi soldering. Like I said, not the greatest. There's a little notch taken out in the case. You can see that. There's the SD card. Here's the charging port, and that goes all the way up to my power regulator for the charging, and it goes into, believe it or not, this is this battery. Oh no, don't fall. Uh-oh, sorry, this is a different setup. That battery right here, that is used for, don't kill me, it was a PlayStation controller. Hold on, microphone's acting up. There we go. This battery is used in a PlayStation controller. So I just used that because I didn't need a lot of hours to play this. I probably could put something else in here, but there's like not a lot of room. Here's that little speaker that came from a laptop. And we have an LM over there for the audio regulator. Maybe if I could point something different. Here we go. I don't know if you could see that, but over there is the audio regulator. So it takes like the 5 volts in and it pumps out whatever you need. You don't need to do any transistors or anything like that. It's a nice little neat package. Like I said, we have the Raspberry Pi, and this giant thing that takes up most of the space is the LCD for this. And we only have it for this tiny little thing, but it's fine. Right down there is the charging port. Charging port goes all the way over here, power regulator, and to the battery. Battery's fine. Awesome. I check this every now and then because please always check your batteries that you have on stock because sometimes they will bloat and sometimes they won't. It all depends. Oh yeah, I don't know if you could. Yeah, I'm not taking this part apart because that. I wish I could show you. It's amazing what I did. It's very fine detail. But yeah, that's all the controllers right there, and the Raspberry Pi sits on top of the controllers to give it that little room for the SD card. I wanted to put the speaker in the center, but it just didn't work out like that. Plus the battery takes up a lot. Let's see if we could put this back. Oh yeah, it fits pretty nice. Let's put these screws back in. And if anybody has any like comments, questions, or concerns, let me know. I will answer them in the chat or live. Now, there's a certain way to screw this because if you screw it too hard, you'll push onto the LCD screen. So I like to do it a little bit soft. And I don't like to screw in all the way. Just a little bit. Oops, sorry, I knocked the camera. So we're not putting this back together completely. We're just giving it a feel. When we come back, this one needs to go down a bit. That's it. Now let's plug this in. Where did I put that? Oh, I found it. I don't think this will turn on while it's charging. I could be wrong. Oh, it does. It turns on while it's charging. That's interesting. I never tested that out before. So as you can see, put the camera a little over. Yeah, just a Raspberry Pi. There is no Tiger Electronics or Game Freak. It was just all me. Oh yeah, I put the hard drive light right there. I thought that was a fun little addition. Let's see if you can see it blink. Oh yeah, you saw it blink. Nice little addition right there. Well, since it's booting up, being plugged in, we'll check out a game. Oh, here's the Game Boy. Pretty neat. Let me turn that light off. Ooh, that just made it brighter. Okay, here we go. So I'll show you in a second. Don't mind that sound. It's still loading. So the thing only has Game Boy and Game Boy Color. I didn't bother putting in the Game Boy Advance because I don't have the L and R buttons. Other than that, it's pretty neat. Pokemon Blue, like I showed you in the video. And so it takes a little bit to load. Since I put a very old SD card in there, it doesn't load as fast as the new ones. I didn't need it to load fast. Nope, there she is. Isn't that neat? Oh, ran out of power. That's okay. I'm just gonna put this back on the shelf. I'm gonna end this stream pretty soon. Like I said, questions, comments, and concerns, leave it in the comments below. And I'll let you know how I did certain things or how I put it together. Let me know what you think.